Risk. What's risk? Well, the definition of risk is this. It really means anything that can go wrong could go wrong. It's something that can go wrong in your business that will affect the objectives of your company. It's the same as in your life, like crossing the road, the objective to get to the other side. But what's the risk of getting to the other side? What could happen to stop you from that? You can get hit by a bus. So in business, the same thing that can happen. Anything that we do productive-wise with our customers, it has a risk to it, or there could be a risk. And in Australia, I've mentioned previously that occupational health and safety is paramount in the workplace. And it is. But sometimes when we're doing our risk or risk management plan, we purely think about the safety issues. But what about our profitability? What about our income? Why is our income going down? Why are our sales going down? What's happening? How can we manage it? How can we get that back up to where it should be? So there's a risk something could happen that can affect our profitability, can affect our health and safety, as I said. You know, how many times can something happen? What's the occurrence? And that's what risk is how many times these things can happen. What's going to happen in the future? Things will happen in the future. And risk management is basically what it means, is managing that risk, making sure that we can resolve it and don't let it happen again if possible. You know, and there's certain ways that we can do about it. And when we're looking at risk management, you know, there's basic things that we should be doing. We should be identifying the risk. We can't manage it if we don't know what it is. It's assessing it. Is it a low risk, a medium risk, a high risk? You know, what sort of damage would it do? Is it going to cost us a lot of money? Will it affect people's lives? Is it a small scratch or it is a finger being cut off? We've got to be able to control that risk. We get a report that somebody's broken a leg in our workplace. Let's go and identify the risk. What did they fall over on? How did they do it? Let's assess it. Is this a one-off occasion? The thing they fell over, was it something that can be removed easily or isn't there anymore? We'll control it. If it's a permanent thing that has to stay there that they've tripped over, we'll make sure that we cover it, we put a sign there or something, we control that it doesn't happen again. Then we monitor that situation. Is it still happening? Is everything safe? And so forth. And then the final thing is review our risk management processes. The things that we're doing, is it working? There are certain things in Australia in risk management that we have to do by law, especially in the food management process. So in a big franchise, a McDonald's, a KFC, a Subway, there's rules and regulations, legislation in Australia. We must have food safety plans. Not only is it a company policy about keeping food out in the open, it's a legislative requirement. So that's what risk is, what risk management is. Managing the risk, making sure it doesn't happen again and it's not going to cost us money or lives or production. Identifying the risk, assessing the risk, controlling the risk, monitoring the risk and reviewing our processes. Risk and risk management.